Sports presents Benning Bites with Damon Benning. Benning Bites with Damon Benning.
Another episode of Benning Bites. Welcome back. However you get us, make sure you continue to do so. Apple, Spotify, Google, G-I-B. Google it, bruh. Or something like that. Hey, but we're back as I'm getting stuff thrown at me by my man Andrew Jerome Rogers. Yeah, another episode. Coffee and cream coming up here in just a little bit. Coming off a huge weekend. We'll get to that. But, wow, what do you guys think? So Friday, we got into some fairly intense discussions. We were talking about the recruiting class and percentages. What do you want to hit on? What's a good number? Is it 50%? Is it 60%? Gave a couple of classes, 2020 in particular. Could have done it with a few. 2018. 2019, there were just some classes where there were way too many misses. And what would be a good number? Andrew threw out 50%. First he said 25, and I was like, 25? Gosh, that seems low. But, man, if you go back and you look at the recruiting classes from 17 through 21, would we, knowing what we know now, would we take 25% to hit on in the class? Would we take 25%? I think it's worthy of a little discussion. And I'd laugh to keep from crying because the numbers are staggering. You're in the single digits for hitting on wide receivers. And that's just one position group. So, with a big haul this first year for Coach Rule, what does that mean and what does it look like in terms of hits and misses? If you missed the Super 6 list, we agreed that it was cool to keep Eric Fields as a sleeper, so I did, even though I think a lot of people like his tape just based on how he was recruited. My 1 through 6 was RVP, that is Van Poppel, Prince, and then I went with Vincent Carroll Jackson, then Tristan Alvano, then Jaden Doss, then Sam Sledge, then Jaden Doss. They were 5, 6, in one of those respective orders. I can't remember. And felt very good about putting my place kicker all bias aside at number 4 because he's the real deal. Much like a Sam Sledge type that I talked about. You don't have to babysit him. Highly competitive. Going to be a multi-year starter. Yeah, I said that about Sam Sledge. I think he's that guy, a multi-year starter at some point. So let me know what you think, man. It's a lot out there. The percentages interest me, so I need you fine folks to help me out with that. 888-638-4876. What's a good percentage? Is there a statistician out there? I need to get my man Stu Manji. I'm going to ask Eric, hey, hits and misses, man. Give me some percents. He'd probably come up with that for me yesterday. He's like, DB, you got that on, what is it, like Excel? I got that on a spreadsheet for you, DB. I'm like, hey, well done. That's what kind of happens. But that's what Benning Bites is for. What do you want to know? Where are we at? We'll tackle it for you because that's just what we do. Remember, Apple, Google, Spotify. Give my man Andrew Rogers a follow. Special thanks to Mike Sauter, who's got the little underscore after his name now. A little subtle change for my man Mike Sauter as he chimed in on the recruiting aspect. Maybe you want to weigh in on who has the most to lose in terms of expectation level. We kind of got into that on Friday. So make sure you check out Morning Dump. It's a good one. It's a long one, but, man, it's pretty meaty. So make sure you go back and revisit that if you haven't. It's another episode of Benning Bites.